Alrighty, it's pretty dark, so I'm not going to try and fool you. This bit is filmed at the end of my fishing trip. A few weeks ago, I lost a really good fish, so went back tonight with my telescopic fishing rod, telescopic fly rod, which was only about 26 quid on eBay, and I tried to catch it. Did I catch it? Well, you've seen the thumbnail. Watch on, my friend. Watch on. Oh, look at that devil. A clegg, it's in the process of sucking the blood from my hand. If I leave it 5 minutes and splat it, you'll see how much blood it has sucked. But I don't want to let it suck my blood. There you go, because I was sitting quiet just for a few minutes before I started to fish. That little lad had no idea that I was here. That's a problem with fishing a mayfly. It's got such big wings that it makes the line spin, and then you end up, I don't know whether you can see it. See it? It's all coiled up, all totally tangled up. So every maybe quarter of an hour, you've got to change the line and retie the fly. It's irritating, but at this particular time of year, this fly is the best thing to catch the trout on. So it's a price worth paying. Nice little wild brownie. Nice little fish. Holy shit! Wow! This is a much better fish. Oh my. Now that's what I'm talking about. It won't even fit on the camera. Bloody hell. It's absolutely massive. And do you know what? He's going back. What a beauty. I finally caught my nemesis. Fishy lips. Yep. It's all good. It's just holding in the current there in the deep water. Awesome stuff. What an absolute belter. And caught it on this rod, which is actually a telescopic rod. You don't need expensive gear to catch good fish. You just need to know where the good fish are, put the right fly on, put it over their heads. That's pretty much it, you know. And then obviously you've got to be lucky enough to get it into the bank. This is the second attempt I've had at this one. Second time lucky. Hopefully there'll be a third time. But I can guarantee if somebody else came along, they'd probably keep that one. Which is a bit of a shame because it does deserve to live in this river. And the only problem with fishing off this sandbank here is that everything gets up to the eyes in sand, which isn't good for your gear. But when you're catching fish like that, it's a small price to pay. Okay, I've just crept down to another pool, so now is a good time to tell you about this rod. This is a 7-foot Sea Chaser rod. Even though it's a fly rod, it's called Sea Chaser, which is a little bit strange. I bought this on eBay. I think it was probably, I don't know, 26 quid, 27 quid maybe, delivered from China. And you know what? Considering the places that I go to hunt fish, this is absolutely perfect. The action on it isn't spectacular. It's very much tip action, obviously, with it being telescopic. Caught me half a dozen fish the other day, and it's all right. It is very convenient. Even as a backup rod, you know, you could put this in your backpack whilst you fish with your main rod. And I will put the link to this rod in the video description and in the pinned comment, because it's something that everybody should have as a backup and something just to throw in a backpack. I've married it up with a pretty expensive hardy reel, so it's almost like casting pearls before the swine, you know. Like the hardy reel or the pearls, and this cheap telescopic rod from China is the swine. But you know what? The pearls and the swine work pretty well together. Looks like I'm going to have to creep down a little bit further. Oh, that was better. That was okay. Pretty good. And we're in. And it's not a bad fish. Certainly with a bit of wild garlic, a few wild mushrooms, that fella would make a very decent meal. Let's put him back. Oh, Jesus wept. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night. I'm half a mile away from where I last fished, and I've just realised that I've got an empty hand. And that means that I've left that telescopic fly rod on the riverbank. So I'm going to have to go back and get it.